We welcome you on Brookdale TV. It's the Jersey Blues and the Rowan Gloucester Roadrunners. First of a doubleheader today between two marquee teams. These teams met for the first game of the series yesterday on Gloucester's home field. It was a wild game we'll get into as we go along today. But now the teams meet here on Brookdale's home field, and it is two of the very best nationwide. Ryan Cole is on the mound for the Jersey Blues. He gets ready to deliver the first pitch to Gavin Degnan, who digs in from the right side. Cole is ready, and from the stretch, his first one is swung on, hit in the air right side now to play, and we're underway. On a comfortable afternoon as we start right around noon time. Temperature in the upper 50s, should get up to about 60 today. And Cole now at the stretch with his 0-1. Breaking ball finds the outside part of the plate. Good-looking pitch, and he's ahead of his first man, 0-2. Degnan will be followed by Juan Peralta and Caden Doolin in the opening inning. And up and over the head as Degnan had to duck out of the way. He comes in batting at .435 this year, 5 home runs and 52 runs batted in. We're going to see a whole lot of players on both sides with impressive offensive numbers. Now the 1-2 pitch, taken down and away with the off-speed, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the final score yesterday, Rowan outlasting Brookdale 14-13, in a game that can be characterized as a classic. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter today. And now the pitch. Fouled it back, so a good at-bat to start the day today. Rowan comes in, the record is 35-7. And Brookdale at 35-5-1. The 5th loss suffered in yesterday's game. Again, the 2-2. And in tight, so from 0-2, Cole has gone to a full count. Peralta still waiting next. And Brian Goudsword here with you on the broadcast this afternoon. Now it'll be a payoff. And missed outside ball 4, so Cole loses Degnan, who's on to start the game. And it'll bring up Juan Peralta. For Brookdale defensively today in this game 1, they have Schmidt, Smith, and Lavarco left to right in the outfield. On the infield, Martino gets the start at third. Serrano's at short. Colbert and Bresniak is in his different position at first base today, with Shane Andrews doing the catching for Cole. His next one on the way, and it's taken ball 1. So suddenly Cole has lost the strike zone. He got ahead 0-2, but then 4 straight out of the zone to Degnan. And now contending with Juan Peralta. And that slug deep down the left field line, but foul, as Peralta had a good rip on that. He had a good rip in the game yesterday as 1 hit left the ballpark. And what was his 4th home run, or check that, 3rd home run of the season. For a Rowan team that has hit 46 in total this year, which is better than Brookdale. And there aren't many teams that can say that. High fly, and it's on the infield for the second baseman, Colbert, who makes the one-hand grab, out number 1. So 1 on 1 out, it'll bring up Caden Doolin. The right-hand hitting shortstop who comes off a 3-hit game yesterday to start the series. Had a double and drove in 3. First one coming up is down and outside, 1-0. Well, Brookdale has one of their very best on the bump to start the action today in Cole. He's been one of the best not only on the team but region-wide. And misses with the breaking ball, so behind now 2-0. This is not a lineup that you can afford to fall behind against. They just can do too much damage. 14 runs total yesterday and a 1-run win. That breaking ball snaps in for a strike, 2-1. Cole has worked 43 2/3 innings this year, a sparkling ERA 1.24, which is among the region leaders. On 2-1, he misses low, and now it's 3-1. So the second 3-ball count of the opening frame. On deck is the slugger in the cleanup spot, Max D'Alessandro. And it's tapped slowly. Going to be a tough play for Bresniak, who hopes it goes foul. It's hugging the line, and it rolls foul. Fortunately so for Brookdale, as that would have been a swinging bunt of a hit for Caden Doolin. But instead, his at-bat continues with now a full count. This is another one of the top-end hitters, batting at .474 this season with 6 home runs, and he's knocked in 68. Latter mark leads all the region. Now the payoff with the runner going, and it's ripped deep to left center field. Going back Smith, he should have a play, and he makes the catch. And now retreating back Dignan, and he'll make it to first base. So Doolin retired on a fly ball pretty well hit. And now D'Alessandro, and Cole hopes he can keep his bat quiet. A .357 batter this year with 13 home runs and 59 runs batted in. Digs in from the right side. Takes a first pitch strike from Cole. And the only player who can say they had more home runs than D'Alessandro is Brookdale's own Nick Lavarco. So you got the top 2 power hitters, one on each side in this matchup. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. Cole looking to get out of this inning scoreless. Any inning that you can hold this team off the board, you consider a victory. Runner goes on 0-2, and it's just fouled off. D'Alessandro's staying alive. Doolin, or Dignan, had that base stolen, but he heads back to first. It'll be 2 7-inning affairs this afternoon. Cole ahead 0-2. The pitch. Chopped up the third baseline, foul. So it remains 0-2. D'Alessandro, a sophomore in this lineup out of Mount Laurel, New Jersey, down the southern part of the state, closer to where Rowan, Gloucester makes their home, outside the Philadelphia area. And it's hit to the right side. Diving stop by Bresniak, and he tags the bag for the out. A beautiful play to Rob D'Alessandro, and Cole gets through the first scoreless. Now Brookdale comes to bat in the bottom of the first. No score. Bottom of the first inning, Brookdale getting set to come to bat against the right-hander Danny Kerr, and they will lead off with left fielder Ryan Schmidt. Schmidt 1 for 3 in the game yesterday, scored a couple of runs. Switch hitter batting left into the wind. The first pitch to him is a little bit low, 1-0. Pitch low called by the home plate umpire Ray Arnold, with Mike Dooley, the umpire, on the base pads. 1-0 delivery. A strike over the outside edge, 1-1. So each team sends their best to the mound in game one of this doubleheader. Kerr for Rowan, Gloucester, and Ryan Cole on the Brookdale side. Lash down the left side, out of play off Schmidt's bat. On the count, 1-2 strikes. They'll be followed by Nick Lavarco and Rocco Bresniak in the opening inning, with no score. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground to the right side, and Hernandez plays the offbeat hop and throws in time, 1 away. So Schmidt retired, Lavarco coming up. The rest of the defense for the Roadrunners. In the outfield, they have D'Alessandro, Degnan, and Mostaro. That's left to right. On the infield, it's Polanco and Doolin on the left side. Hernandez and Peralta are on the right side. And Hoffman doing the catching. Breaking ball strike to start off Lavarco 0-1. And Nick coming off quite a game yesterday, 2 for 4. Both of the hits left the ballpark. 1-1 strike, and they both did damage. A grand slam and a 3-run homer, totaling a 7 RBI day. But wasn't quite enough for Brookdale to get a win. Hit toward the middle, ranging over to make the play, and the spinning throw, Doolin in time. Nicely done to retire Lavarco. A couple of ground ball outs to start Danny Kerr's outing, 2 down. So it brings in Bresniak, the former Rowan Roadrunner from just a season ago, where he enjoyed a tremendous season. And he first pitch swings and flies one out of play, 0-1. Rocco had a 100 RBI season last year, but now taking his talents to Brookdale, where he is the region leader with a .565 batting average and 8 home runs. A little bit wide, 1-1. The 8th home run came in yesterday's game as Brookdale totaled 4 home runs in the 1-run loss. Back where it came from, up the middle, and a base hit. A line shot, and Bresniak's got the first hit of the game, a 2-out single. So that batting average just keeps on climbing. Ryan Cole is next. Normally see him at first base, but he's the pitcher today. Stays in to bat in his typical cleanup spot. 1 hit and 6 at-bats yesterday. A strike over the outside corner. Good breaking ball from Kerr. 2 out and Bresniak aboard. And Cole skies one, but on the infield, it's the pitcher taking charge of it, and Kerr will squeeze it to end the inning. So he gives up a single, and that's it. And after 1 here in Lincroft, with 2 great teams on the field, no score. Top of the second inning, Ernesto Polanco will lead it off for the Roadrunners. Brookdale and Rowan Gloucester no score as we start inning number 2. And Cole's first pitch from the stretch is a breaking ball strike, 0-1. Polanco, the third baseman, will be followed by Joe Spacavento and Edwin Hernandez in this second inning. 0-1 on the way. Fouled off to the right, and the count 0-2 on Polanco. Comes in a .364 batter with 7 home runs and 53 RBIs. There are 10 different Roadrunners who have hit a home run this season. So these are 2 of the very best lineups. You got 3 of the elite teams that all reside in the Region 19. Just off the corner on a ball and 2 strikes, the other being Northampton. And we don't shortchange them because they have the #1 national ranking. These 2 teams, the 2 and 3 spots respectively. And down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it's bounced to the left side, ranging over Martino to cut it off. Makes the throw, and it's wild. And the runner is safe. So Polanco on. Be an error charge to Martino from the third base spot. He hasn't played much third base, and the Roadrunners have a leadoff base runner. So now Spacavento, he's the designated hitter. Digs in from the left side, first lefty that Roadrunners have sent up against Ryan Cole in this game. And he takes a fastball that just missed. It looked like it got part of the plate, but Ray Arnold saw it as a ball. So 1-0. Polanco taking his lead off first base. And this one's a strike over the heart of the plate, and the count is even. Spacavento at .366. He's homered once, which is a low total for this group. 24 runs batted in. On a 1-1 pitch, he swings and misses. A ball and 2 strikes. Cole ahead in the count. And too far outside with that offering. 2-2, waiting on deck Edwin Hernandez. Teams pretty much have the same lineups out there that they did in yesterday's game. Missed the inside corner as Cole went to the breaking ball, and now the count is full. Johnny Johnson telling me before the game Cole dealing with a minor wrist ailment. Hasn't prevented him from playing and pitching in this game, but it remains to be seen how deep he can go. Runner goes on 3-2, and it's in the dirt, ball 4. So an error and a walk that put the first 2 on base. Second walk given up by Cole, and now it's Edwin Hernandez, the second baseman. Team scored early and often in yesterday's game, a combined 27 runs. Roadrunners besting Brookdale by just the 1 run in a wild affair, showing bunt, and he offered at it and missed strike 1. So it looks like Hernandez may be asked to sacrifice himself and move both runners into scoring position. Rowan batting top of the second with no score. And Bresniak is creeping in on the grass, showing bunt, and this time he pulls back and takes it out of the zone. 1-1. Martino is in on the grass at the third base spot. Bresniak aggressively charging as Hernandez looks to get the bunt down with 2 on base. Now Cole ready. And this time the bunt is dropped in foul ground, so now it's 2 strikes in the count. So we'll see what Rob Valley has in mind. If he's going to keep the bunt on, but first we're going to get a meeting. So they all gather at on the third baseline, in the middle of an at-bat. Johnny Johnson's outside the dugout. I don't think he's too pleased that this is going on. And now home plate umpire Ray Arnold is going to break up the party. Can't say I know exactly what that was all about, but now they disperse. Runners get back to the bases, first and second. There's nobody out in the inning. Blanco started the inning, reached on Martino's throwing error. He's now at second, Spacavento at first. 1-2 on the way to Hernandez. And it's in the dirt, a good backhand pick by Andrews to prevent base runners from moving up, so it appears Hernandez is set to swing for the rest of this at-bat with 2 strikes now. The bunt is off. Wyatt Hoffman, the 8-hitter, waiting next. 2-2 to the plate. High chopper to short. Serrano plays the hop, gets the out at second, no relay throw, and they force out Spacavento. Polanco now to third, runners at the corners, and 1 away. The fielder's choice goes 6-4. And the batter digging in, Wyatt Hoffman, the catcher. 2 starts in this series, both behind the plate. No score, top of the second. And Cole ready with the first one. It's a breaking ball strike. He likes that breaking ball. He gets ahead in the count. Inside, and that hit him. So the bases are loaded. With Polanco at third, Hernandez now at second, and Hoffman after getting plunked at first. So they don't have a hit in the inning, but they've got a chance to score the game's first runs with R.J. Mostaro, right fielder in the number 9 spot in the order. Big spot in this game early. Brookdale doesn't want to fall behind. And the first one is hit high in the air. Pretty well hit right center field. Going back is Smith, and he doesn't make the catch. It's off the fence. 1 run scores. Polanco is in. Hernandez turns around third. He will score sliding. And on at second is R.J. Mostaro with 2 runs batted in. And Rowan Gloucester has struck first with a 2-0 lead. It looked like Devin Smith had a beat on that ball going back on it, but just couldn't reel it in. And 2 runs score. So back to the top now, Gavin Degnan started this game with a walk. And he clubs this one to center field. Another chance for Smith going back. He finds it, makes the catch, tagging the runner at third, coming to the plate. He scores. That's Wyatt Hoffman on the sacrifice fly delivered by Degnan, and it's 3-0. So 2 out now. Peralta the batter. The lone base runner is at third. That's Mostero. Infield back with 2 out. And this one's lined to right field, but right at Lavarco. That'll end the inning. They score 3, though. Only 1 hit. R.J. Mostero, 2-run double. And they add 1 after that. Middle of the second, Brookdale down now, 3-0. I'm Brian Goudsword on Brookdale TV. Bottom of the second inning with Shane Andrews leading off against Danny Kerr. Rowan Gloucester now 3 runs in front, leading 3-0. On the first pitch is a fastball, a called strike, 0-1. Andrews will be followed by Devin Smith and Anthony Martino in this inning. As the 0-1 to the plate is swung on and flied out to right center field. Going back Mostero, and he grabs it 1 away. So Andrews retired. Here's Devin Smith. Smith has been a red-hot hitter of late, so much so that he has climbed now to the number 2 batting average leader in the Region 19. 1-0 the count. As he's batting now .483 for the year, 1 home run. That came just yesterday. There is a strike. And he has 41 runs batted in. Transfer from Ocean Community from a year ago, and he pops one up. Foul ground comes the first baseman Peralta, but it's the pitcher now backpedaling, and he makes the catch. Going back into fair ground, Danny Kerr, so that is the second put out for the pitcher in this game, which is unusual. 2 out. Kerr has the 3-run lead to work with and looking for a shutdown inning 2/3 of the way through. Martino stands in, 1-0. Martino, usually when he's in there, he's the DH, but he's the starter at third today. Committed a costly error last inning, which helped open the door to a 3-run frame for the Roadrunners. 2 out, base is clear, and now the 2-0 pitch. A strike. Martino is batting at .356, and he has some sneaky power. 3 home runs, 16 knocked in. Another strike to even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is a tough right-hander Brookdale is going against. Steals the 2-2, fouled it back to the fence. Comes in with a 2.51 ERA, a 6-2 record. Sophomore righty, not overpowering stuff, but he one of those guys who just looks like he knows how to pitch. His 2-2 is in tight, and the count is full. Now if Martino could get on, Hunter Serrano would bat in the inning. Payoff now on the way. Inside and a little high, ball 4. So a 2-out base runner on a walk. So Serrano's first trip to the plate. Shortstop hitting in his customary 8th spot. And he swings away at the first one. It's 0-1. Serrano, a .268 batter for the year. He's looking for his first home run. Time running out, though. We're in the later part of the season. Only 6 games left after today's doubleheader. A swing and a miss. And he's down in the count 0-2. Teams will play 2 today to wrap up the regular season series between these two. The playoff matchup is certainly a possibility down the road as a pickoff throw to first. Kerr is ahead 0-2. And Serrano lays off 1-2 the count. Only team to win here in Lincroft as a visitor is Northampton. They swept the Jersey Blues in a doubleheader earlier this season. And that's it. Brookdale has been victorious against everyone else on their home field. Popped it up. Shallow right field coming in. Mostaro way in, and he makes the catch. It was a dicey fly ball into the wind, but Serrano retired. A walk, 1 left, and after 2, it's Rowan Gloucester, 3-0. Caden Doolin will be first up, starting the third. Brian Gadsford here with you as we stream live on YouTube, and glad you're tuned into the action between two of the best nationwide this Saturday afternoon. First pitch is swung on, hit back toward the middle and past the backhand attempt of Colbert, and a leadoff single for Caden Doolin in this third inning. So the Roadrunners pick up their second hit, but they have 3 runs on the board. In the last inning, they scored 3 times with only the 1 hit. That's D'Alessandro now, second turn for him, and he gets crowded with an inside fastball, 1-0. D'Alessandro was robbed his first time up on a sterling play by Rocco Bresniak, playing first base. Made a diving stop and made the play unassisted. 3-0 Rowan Gloucester as we play this third inning. And a breaking ball in for a strike, 1-1. More sun than clouds now. certainly warmer than it has been. We played a lot of games here in 40s and low 50s. Been a lot of crummy weather, even in the spring. High pop behind the plate, coming back Andrews, and it'll be back behind the fence onto the bleachers where the fans on hand get a bit of a wake-up call. Nice contingent of fans have come out, and why not, to see two terrific teams playing in Game 2 of the series after a terrific ball game down in South Jersey yesterday. A wild affair. Big swing and a miss, and D'Alessandro out on strikes, one gone. So Cole has his first strikeout. And here's Ernesto Polanco. He started the 3-run inning in the second by reaching on Martino's throwing error. Martino did well to field the ball, ranging to his left, but threw errantly. And now showing bunt and gets it down. Off the mound, Cole to play it. He'll go to first. The sacrifice successful. Score it 1-3, and Doolin now at second. So the two-out chance for Spacavento. Drew a walk his first time up. And was taken off the bases on a force play, so he did not score one of their runs. First pitch to the left-hand hitter, cut on and miss. Like Cole went to the off-speed, 0-1. Two out in the inning, and Doolin taking his lead off second base. High down the left field side, out of play. And you got fans not only in the bleacher sections, but they're taking in the action in the grass down the left field line. Good view. Cole ahead 0-2 with 2 out. Just missed the corner. One-two pitch. Rocketed into right field. That's a base hit. Doolin to third. He gets the wave. He'll come in to score. It's an RBI single for Joe Spacavento to make it 4-0 Roadrunners. Solidly hit through the right side. And they manufacture a run with 2 out. Spacavento grabs RBI number 25. And the batter is Edwin Hernandez. Reached on a fielder's choice, came around to score. Lifted down the right field line, giving Chase Bresniak over his shoulder. He can't get it. And you're just seeing firsthand that what a good team does to execute. And Brookdale is every bit as good. I mean, their record is not much off, but Rowan Gloucester just executes. They take advantage of mistakes, put the ball in play, they run the bases. It is just a high-level baseball program. Johnny Johnson calling him one of the best in the country. And it's hit on the ground to short. Big hop Serrano. He'll get the short out at second. That'll retire the side, but they score 1. Doolin started the inning with a single. Spacavento brings him in. 4-0 the Roadrunners to the bottom of the third. Brookdale has 9, 1, and 2 up in the order. We start the home third inning. Nick Colbert will be first. Leading off against the right-hander Danny Kerr's held Brookdale off the board through the first 2. And a first pitch fastball strike, 0-1. There were only 2 innings in yesterday's game that Brookdale did not score, but they are not yet on the board today. Inside, 1-1. Colbert will be followed by Schmidt and Lavarco as the lineup turns over. Roadrunners in front, 3-0. Or 4-0. There's a strike. And the 1-2 home. Line left side foul. Colbert's had a good year hitting in this spot in the order, a .371 mark with 2 home runs and 34 knocked in. So they have switch hitters to start and end their lineup. Another line shot, another foul ball, and look out, as that was right in the direction of one of the spectators. Got to be on guard with these 2 heavy-hitting lineups. Not a day to be watching your phone. High and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called over the inside corner. Colbert didn't think so, but for Danny Kerr, it is strikeout number 1. So 1 out. Ryan Schmidt, 0 for 1, rolled out to the second baseman. Had 1 hit in yesterday's game, scored twice. Takes the first pitch knee high, a strike. Brookdale facing the ace of the Roadrunners staff. Comes in third in ERA with that figure in the 2s. Another line shot, and they're hitting line tries. That one goes up and over the street back in the parking lot across the way. Busy day on the Brookdale campus. You got softball in action as we speak. They're taking on Camden. Floated down the left side, another foul ball. There's also some event happening at the Collins Arena, so you got the parking lot full. A Saturday afternoon. Brookdale trying to get the bats going. There are not many games where we see them struggle offensively. They come in with 498 runs, 2 shy of 500, which is a per-game average of better than 12. And a little cue shot hit toward the middle, ranging over Doolin to pick it up and throw on the move, and just in time. Nicely done by the Roadrunner shortstop to get Schmidt, and there are 2 away. Doolin ranging far to his left. This Rowan Gloucester team, they can do it all. They can hit, they can pitch, they can field. Here's Lavarco. 1-0. So Lavarco's had 2 multiple home run games in recently. We told you about his efforts yesterday with the 7 RBIs. 2-0. We saw him have a 2 home run game here, in which 1 was an inside the Parker. Both of them 2-run jobs in the game against Union. Fouled it back. He is usually up there hacking. He is not waiting around for his pitch. He's got 15 home runs now for the year, which leads the region. Big hack and a miss. 2-2. Trying to get on in front of Rocco. 2 at bases empty in this bottom of the third. It's 4-0, Roadrunners. And a full count. Popped in the air foul, and that's out of play. So Varco may a lot of times see quick at bats, or he's swinging at the first or second pitch, but he's worked it full here. Grounded out to shortstop his first time in this game, and he takes strike 3 call. It finishes off a 1-2-3 inning with a couple of punch-outs for Kerr. After 3 in Lincroft, game 1, 4-0. Wyatt Hoffman leading off for the Roadrunners. We start inning number 4 as Rowan Gloucester leads Brookdale by a 4-0 score. Cole's first pitch is fly down the right side out of play, and it's 0-1. It'll be Hoffman, R.J. Mostero, and Gavin Dignan for the Roadrunners. As they look for a second straight win in this series, they put an end to Brookdale's winning streak with their win yesterday. Runs inside, a ball and a strike. And Hoffman was hit by a pitch his first time up. Two and one. This is a team that, up and down their order, they've got Division I players littered throughout. I mean, they are a high-level lineup in all facets. A little bit high, so it seems that Ray Arnold has had a bit of a tight strike zone. Ryan Cole not too pleased with the last call. Now he readies the 3-1 pitch. And that's low, ball 4, so a walk to start the inning. So Hoffman has reached base without a hit in 2 different times, a hit by pitch, now a walk. And the number 9 hitter, R.J. Mostero. Had the damaging blow in that second inning, a 2-run double. Ball that Devin Smith looked like he might be able to catch, but ran out of room right against the fence, and 2 runs scored. Here he shows bunt, and it's a foul ball. And for as much power as this team has, they're content to give themselves up, move up runners, manufacture runs the old-fashioned way. Got 4 on the board in total. And an 0-1. Hit right at the second baseman, Colbert. Chance for 2. Flip to second, 1. Double clutch, and the throw too late. So they settle for 1. Mostero on, reaching on the fielder's choice. 1 out. And now Johnny Johnson is out consulting with the home plate umpire, and I'm not sure if this is about the strike zone or what, but he's a bit fired up. Sounds like a warning may have been issued. So tempers run hot as the competition heats up and you get into the late part of the season. Playoffs not too far around the corner. Gavin Dignan on the ground sharply to short. Nice backhand pick, and they can't get the out at second. Off the glove of Colbert. Now on his way to third is Mastero, and he's there. So it could have been 2 outs, turns into none, and runners at the corners. Serrano made a nice stop on the backhand. Looked like he made a pretty good feed, but Colbert didn't catch it. So a mistake on the middle of the infield. And Juan Peralta, the batter. 2 on and only 1 out. Rowan Gloucester a chance to add to what is already a 4-0 lead. First pitch down, 1-0. So Mastero is at third. Dignan is on at first. Third baseman Martino is at the cut of the grass at third. And it's driven out to left field. Going back is Schmidt, and that ball is gone. See you later. A 3-run homer. Juan Peralta has homered for a second straight game in this series, and the Roadrunners are out to a 7-0 lead. So Peralta clubs his 4th of the year. He had 2 entering this series. And he goes long ball. And you make a mistake against this team, and they will make you pay. Caden Doolin, the batter. On a high fly to right. Lavarco has it measured. Now coming in. Out number 2. And Max D'Alessandro coming up. Two at bases empty. And a 7-0 lead now for the Roadrunners. First one behind the batter. 1-0. So Cole looks a little flustered out there. This is not a lineup that of the caliber that he usually faces. Hasn't gotten much help from both his defense and the strike zone. Crossed a bit high, 2-0. So he had the playable chance, a couple of playable balls on the infield that Brookdale could have gotten outs. One could have been a double play, as this is drilled deep to left field, and forget this one. Gone, goodbye for Max D'Alessandro, home run number 14, and he's second in the region in that category. The second of the inning, as they've gone long ball 2 of the last 3 batters, and it's now 8-0. And here comes Johnny. And he's going to take the ball. Ryan Cole takes his exit after 3 2/3. Pitching change in Lincroft. Brookdale down 8-0. So the new pitcher is Chris DiMaggio as he picks up for Ryan Cole. Brookdale's down 8-0. Unusual position for the Jersey Blues. I'm 1-0. And Polanco has reached on an error, scored, and then laid down a sacrifice bunt. So he's officially 0 for 1. Came in a .364 batter with 7 long balls. Pops this one foul ground third base side. Long run Martino. He made a good effort, but couldn't get there. A couple of miscues on the infield for Brookdale in the inning opened the door, and the Roadrunners came crashing through, doing as good teams do. Juan Peralta, the big blow, a 3-run homer. And Max D'Alessandro followed with the most recent blast. There's a pitch up and away, 2-1. DiMaggio checks in with a 6.75. I'll check that I had the wrong number there as he misses low. He's pitched very well this year, a 1.50 ERA in his 12 innings, just 2 earned runs against him for the sophomore lefty. Behind here, though, 3-1 on Polanco. Popped up and foul, and the count is full. Looks like Rowan Gloucester has a lot of their fans who had made the trip to the central part of the state and enjoying what they are seeing so far. It's 2 great teams, but it's the visitors who've had the upper hand. Teams will play game 2 after a break today. In between, John Good scheduled to get the game 2 start. DiMaggio ready now with his payoff pitch. Breaking ball got him swinging. That'll end the inning, but a damaging one for the Roadrunners. 4 runs, 2 home runs, and Brookdale finds themselves down by an 8-0 score. Bottom of the 4th inning, it's Rowan Gloucester 8, Brookdale nothing. Rocco Bresniak will try to start the comeback leading off. And the first pitch is taken low, 1-0. Part of the order up, the 3, 4, and 5 part of the lineup with Ryan Cole next and then Shane Andrews. That one goes to the backstop, ball 2. Bresniak had a base hit his first time up and adding to a batting average that came in better than 500, well better than 500. It's getting closer to 600 now for the star third baseman, getting the start at first today. Grounds at third base side foul. And of course, Rocco spending last year as a member of the Rowan Gloucester team. Just a loaded lineup, and even without him, they're still loaded, but Brookdale happy to have him for his sophomore season before he continues his career. And he's got another base hit, grounding one right up the middle. He's now 2 for 2. So Ryan Cole coming up. Cole's day on the mound is done, but he can still do damage at the plate. First at bat in this game, he popped up to the pitcher. Danny Kerr has caught a couple of pop-ups in addition to his solid pitching. That clanks off the glove of Hoffman, and the second goes Bresniak. So Brookdale has an uphill climb ahead of them, but you can never count out this lineup. I mean, 1 through 9, they have gotten it done all season. They have a better team batting average than do the Roadrunners, better than 400. And a big swing and a miss, 1-1. But for Brookdale right now, it's closer to a mercy score than anything else, down 8 runs. If not for the mercy, we'd play 7 in this game 1. Strike, 1-2. High and again off the glove of Hoffman, and now to third, Bresniak. So that's 2 that haven't been overly wild, and Hoffman probably should have come up with, but Bresniak has gotten 2 free bases out of it, so he's now at third. They're looking to get on the board for the first time. Infield can afford to play back with a big lead on 2-2. Cole swings, pops it up, foul. That'll come back and out of play. In addition to the pitching numbers, Cole enters with a .438 average with 5 home runs. 57 knocked in. 2-2 on its way. Fouled another one off. And it's hammered to left field, a base hit, and Brookdale is on the board. Bresniak crosses the plate. Cole drives in a run with a rocket of a base hit, and it's now 8-1 Roadrunners. RBI number 58. For Brookdale, you hope that just settles them down a bit. Hoffman will pay a visit after Kerr surrenders his first run against him. Shane Andrews will be next up. Andrews has taken over as the starter at catcher. It had really been an even split with he and Lemira. Could be Lemira to get the game 2 start a little bit later, but Andrews has been swinging a hot bat. Another Brookdale player batting over .420. Jersey Blues are now 1 run short of 500 for the season. Still down 7 runs, though, in this game as they bat bottom 4, and a little nubber hit past the mound, charging the second baseman. Barehand pick up and throw, and got him. Nice play by Hernandez. Not an easy play. A little spinner off the bat of Andrews, and he's retired for the first out. So Cole now at second base. Smith the batter. He's the other Brookdale batter to be retired on a pop-up back to the mound. Knee-high strike, and Smith didn't think so. And the strike zone has been a bit erratic. Seems that Kerr is getting calls that Ryan Cole did not quite get on the other side. Jerk down the left field line, foul. 0-2 count on the number 2 batter in the region, hitting just shy of 500 for the year. Smith had a 2-hit game yesterday, including his first home run of the year. That went just off the corner, a ball and 2 strikes. Brookdale hit 4 home runs yesterday, 2 of them from Lavarco, but came up a run short. Now hoping not to fall in back-to-back games. Down the right side, foul. Right 1-2 pitch. Taken, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anthony Martino waiting next. Cole is on, taking his lead off second. Brookdale has scored once. They're down 7. And it's hit to the right side. Here's the first baseman, Peralta, to pick it up and make the toss just in time. Pitcher Kerr covering, and the putout goes 3-1 on Devin Smith, 2 down. So now Martino worked to walk his first time. Infield back with 2 out, base runner at third. 1-0. A couple of hits in the inning. Bresniak and Cole. And now Martino drills one deep left field. That ball's on its way, and goodbye. Anthony Martino with a no-doubter, a 2-run homer. Number 5 on the season, and don't count Brookdale out just yet. It's now 8-3. And he got all of that one. Certain ones were off the bat, you know it's gone, and that was the case that time for Martino. Here's Serrano. Strike 1 called. So Brookdale's got 3 back. They've still got 5 to make up. 8-3 the score. Serrano with a cut and a miss. 0-2. Hunter 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right field. Working quickly the 0-2. Just missed. "38 home runs as a team now. 2-2. And from 0-2, he's worked it full. Good patience at the plate. On deck batter is Nick Colbert, hoping for a turn. Payoff pitch. Lays off, strike 3 called. Serrano thought he had ball 4, but he's punched out, and the side is retired. But they score 3. 2-run homer, Anthony Martino. Brookdale back in it. We head for the 5th. It's now 8-3, Rowan Gloucester. Top of the fifth inning, I'm Brian Goudsworth on Brookdale TV. The Roadrunners lead Brookdale 8-3. Recently, it was an 8-0 score, so Brookdale trying to crawl their way back. First ball swinging, popped up, foul, ground over toward the dugout and out of play. 0-1. So Lombardi comes in the DH spot, taking over for Spacavento. Lombardi was here as a Jersey Blue a season ago, played his high school ball at Middletown North. And he takes one in the dirt that skips by, a ball and a strike. Edwin Hernandez, Wyatt Hoffman scheduled to follow in the inning. Roadrunners have won 4 straight and 5 of their last 6. Another one down low, 2-1. So Spacavento walked and singled in his 2 trips. It's the 6, 7, and 8 part of the order for Rowan Gloucester. A little bit high. DiMaggio on in relief of Ryan Cole, who worked 3 2/3, gave up 8 runs on only 5 hits, was victimized by his defense. And that would have been ball 4, but it hit him, and they have a leadoff base runner. So second hit batsman of the game. And Edwin Hernandez coming up. He's hit the ball on the ground to a couple of fielders' choices, one of which he reached base and scored a run. Now facing DiMaggio. And looks to get the bunt down. He does so well. DiMaggio flubs it, throws, and late. Well, wasn't the easiest of plays, but once he bobbled, he had little chance of getting the out. And so on a hit batter and a bunt, the first 2 on at first and second. Corners might be expecting a bunt here from the 8-hitter, Hoffman. And he squares and gets it down third base side. Bresniak fields, he goes to third, and he's safe. So Rocco trying to get the lead runner, and he comes up a bit shaken up as the bases are now loaded with nobody out. You couldn't have a softer way to get the bases loaded. A hit batter and a couple of bunts. And for Bresniak, it goes without saying, but probably better served to just get the out at first or second, which he would have had an easier play. Strike 1, foul ball off Mostero's bat. So bases loaded, nobody out, a 5-run game, a strike. 8-3 Roadrunners, the corners are in for Brookdale. And you've got Lombardi on at third, Hernandez at second, Hoffman at first. Troublesome situation. And right through the legs as Mostero nearly got hit by the pitch. And hardly the fault of DiMaggio. But you just cannot make mistakes against this lineup. Breaking ball, strike. 3. So they bring up Mostero, a big out. As DiMaggio registers his second strikeout. And back to the top now, Gavin Degnan. He's hitless, he's walked, hit a sacrifice fly and reached on an error, and he takes ball 1. Came in a .435 batter. Rowan Gloucester as a team at .380, which is impressive despite it being not quite Brookdale's number. And a line shot into center field. That's a base hit. Lombardi comes in to score. They wave around Edwin Hernandez. The throw to the plate is cut off. It's a 2-run single for Gavin Degnan to stretch the lead to 10-3. And Johnny Johnson's on his way out, and we'll see if this is a visit or if he's going to make the hook. And he'll make the change. So Brookdale will go to a second reliever. Down 10-3. Rowan Gloucester batting top of the fifth. We'll be right back. Top of the fifth inning continuing. Juan Peralta up next. His last at bat, he delivered a 3-run homer. That's here with runners at first and second. The Roadrunners have added 2 in the inning. Ball 1 high and away. New pitcher is the lefty Aiden Bayardi. Second straight lefty coming out of the bullpen for Brookdale. Ryan Cole started. 2-0. Another inning for Brookdale where mistakes helped set the table for Rowan Gloucester, and they have taken advantage of every mistake that's been made in this game. 3-0. Peralta 1 for 3 on the day. He's popped to second and lined to right in his other 2 at-bats. See what he looks to do on 3-0. He's taking, and it's ball 4. It didn't look like Bayardi wanted any part of him. So 4 straight out of the zone, and the bases are full. So here's Caden Doolin. 10-3 the score. They're loaded up, only 1 out. Very dangerous hitter at the plate, and a shot toward right center field into the gap, and that ball is between them and cut off deep by Smith. But 1 run scores. Here comes his second. Caden Doolin rocks a 2-run double, and it's now 12-3. Here's D'Alessandro, still only one out in the inning, as they've greeted Baiardi rudely. 1-0. Remember how the inning started with Roadrunners loading up the bases on a hit by pitch and a couple of bunts. One that DiMaggio didn't field cleanly, then Rocco trying to get the lead runner at third, and unsuccessfully so. 2-0 the count. And then you had Dignan come through with a 2-run hit right through the middle. 2 batters later, Caden Doolin shot to the gap and 2 more runs. And now 3-0. And of course, walks don't help the cause either. Second 4-pitch walk in the last 3 batters. So Polanco coming up as Rowan Gloucester has batted around in the inning. They have scored 4, and they have a chance for plenty more. Visit coming from Andrews. Well, Brookdale's played a lot of games here against teams that they are just flat out much better than, and the results have shown. But they're facing a team that is near the top of the standings and one of the best nationwide, just as they are, and they are handing it to them in this game 1 today. A bouncer foul. Of course, Brookdale still has 3 more cracks at it in this game. We've got another game to play and hope it'll be a cleaner game defensively. A strike as that reps over the outside corner. Polanco's reached on an error, laid down a sacrifice bunt, and struck out swinging. Bases full, only 1 out in a 9-run game. Peralta, Doolin, and D'Alessandro all on the bases. 1-2 from Baiardi. And it's rocketed, well hit to center, but Smith should have room and makes the catch. Tagging at third now, Peralta. He heads for the plate and scores. Sac fly RBI Polanco, and it's a 10-run game. (13-3). Andrew Lombardi batting for the second time in the inning. Fouls off the first one. Lombardi came on and started this whole parade by getting hit by a pitch. And 9 batters later, 5 more are on the board for his team, who lead by double digits. Not sure that Brookdale has been in this kind of position all season, being down a deficit like this. Down 8-0, they scored 3, but now they've given 5 more. A strike. So Baiardi looking to finally put an end to this one. Checked the swing, and he could not hold. So that'll retire the side, but 5 runs, big hits, Dignan and Doolin. They each scored 2, and it's Rowan Gloucester 13, Brookdale 3. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Bottom of the fifth inning, you're on the campus of Brookdale Community College. It's Nick Colbert, first man up. And he watches a first pitch fastball that misses ball one. It'll be 9-1-2 up for Brookdale, now trailing by 10 runs. And a line drive out to left center field, and that drops down for a base hit. So a leadoff single, Nick Colbert is on. He's now 1 for 2, and the lineup will swing back to the top with Ryan Schmidt. 0 for 2, a couple of grandouts today. Once to second, once to short. And he first pitch swings and fouls it 0-1. Schmidt's been a regular part of the lineup all season long, his 39th start as a freshman. On the corner, and it's 0-2. 3 runs on 4 hits for Brookdale. Big hit on their side, Anthony Martino's home run. 1-2. Nick Lavarco waiting next. And Danny Kerr on the man with plenty of run support behind him. Working with a 10-run lead. Chopper to first, nice pickup by Peralta. He'll take it unassisted. Runner to second, 1 out. So Lavarco without a hit so far. He's grounded to short, taking a called third strike after his monster game to start the series yesterday, in which he homered twice and drove in 7. Swinging strike. A grand slam and a 3-run homer in the same game. Don't see that too often. Brookdale's hit multiple grand slams this year. Here, though, runner just at second, and a swing and a miss. Well, for Lavarco, you don't need the big swing here. Just try to get as many base runners as you can. Try to chip away at this sizable deficit. Down in the count, 0-2. And a grounder through the vacated infield into left for a base hit. They're going to wave home Colbert, and the ball kicks away in left field. And Lavarco ends up at second base as Colbert crosses, and the score is 13-4. So it should be a single and an error, allowing Lavarco to get to second. I'm not sure what happened to D'Alessandro in left field, but he misplayed it. And now Bresniak, who you just can't get out right now. And so Wyatt Hoffman's going to have a visit beforehand. Rocco 2 for 2 in this game. Against many of his old mates. And Johnny Johnson telling me before the game the impressive part about his season is the production he's had when pitchers are pitching around him more often than not. And even with that, the results have been staggering. And part of it is having good protection behind him. Ryan Coles had a great season in his own right. And Brookdale as a team, they've been so deep this year. It's been a year where everybody has contributed, and that ran in and got him right on the arm. So the first pitch will give Brookdale their second base runner of the inning. Johnny telling me he didn't necessarily think it's his best offensive team, but he said it's his deepest team that he's coached in 25 years. A lot of years they could be top heavy and carried by the top 4 in the lineup. But in this lineup, 1 through 9 can beat you. Ball 1. Got plenty of work to do to make a game of this one. 13-4, the score. Lovarco at second. Bresniak is at first. Fastball strike. Cole on the day has popped back to the pitcher, singled and scored as last time, also drove in a run. A solid shot to left field. And here's a chopper to the left side, picked up by Doolin. He'll get the out at third, no return throw. So Cole on reaching on the fielder's choice, and they force out Lovarco. Shane Andrews, 0 for 2 today. 2 on, 2 out. As Danny Kerr looks to complete his 5th inning, but just before we're going to get a meeting. It's not the head coach, Rob Valley, so I wouldn't think they would be making a change here. So ready to resume with Andrews. Bresniak now at second, Cole at first. Rowan Gloucester 13, Brookdale 4, bottom of the 5th inning. And the first one on the way from Kerr. Right down the middle, a called strike. Andrews has flied to right and grounded to second, 0 for 2. Wind picking up a bit. You can see it rippling through the jerseys on the field. Another strike. Well, Andrews has taken 2 fastballs. Situation where you'd like to get one you could hit and drive in runs. Down in the count here. On 0-2. I'm going to pause. Check the count, 1 and 2. And now the pitch. Hit on the ground, and that'll sneak through for a base hit. Around third comes Bresniak. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's cut off. And so Shane Andrews drives in a run with 2 out. And Brookdale slowly chipping away. It's now 13-5. So we had 27 combined runs yesterday. You wondered what could these two do for an encore today, and you've got 18 total on the board. And a whole other game to play later this afternoon. Devin Smith, strike 1. Smith has popped out and grounded out 0 for 2. So you could say he's due. 2 on base. Brookdale has scored 2 in the inning. 1-1. The 2 transfers have made a world of difference on this team. Smith from Ocean, Bresniak from these Rowan Gloucester Roadrunners. 2 of the stalwarts. There's a strike. So they've tagged Kerr now for 5 runs. But still looking up at an 8-run hole. 1 and 2 to Smith. And he goes down swinging to end the inning. So they score 2, but the score after 5, Rowan Gloucester 13, Brookdale 5. Edwin Hernandez leading off the top of the 6th. Rowan Gloucester leading Brookdale 13-5 in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Aiden Bayardi brings the first pitch, and it's over for a strike. Lower third of the order, Wyatt Hoffman, RJ Mostero to follow in the inning. Roadrunners have taken advantage of several defensive miscues in this game. A high chop third base side foul. And doing what good teams do and taking advantage of those mistakes. They've hit a couple of home runs and manufactured plenty of others to work the lead up to 8 runs. 0-2 toward second base, and it goes through for a base hit. Past Colbert at second. Lavarco plays it in, and a leadoff single. So Wyatt Hoffman has had this somewhat eventful day at the plate. He's been hit by a pitch. His last time up, he laid one down and ended up being safe. Lifts this one out to right field. Lavarco coming in. He'll get there and squeezes it. 1 out. So 1 on, 1 out, and RJ Mostero, number 9 hitter in the order. He had a big hit, a double that scored 2, just out of the reach of Devin Smith in center field. Well hit ball. Here he's showing bunt, and it's a strike. It's also reached on a fielder's choice, taking a called third strike. 13-5 the score, top 6. And a breaking ball swung and missed. Good one from Bayardi. Freshman from Union, New Jersey. On and back of Ryan Cole and Chris DiMaggio today. And a swing and a miss to put him away. Fastball blew it by him. 2 out. And it brings in Gavin Degnan. They start their 5th time through the order in the 6th inning. And it's hit toward the shortstop. Nice play backhanded by Serrano. The throw on a hop too late. Too much speed, Degnan. And he's got his 2nd straight hit, this one of the infield variety. So now you got to face Peralta, who's homered and walked his last 2 at-bats. The home run, a 3-run homer. Ball 1. He's 1 for 3 in total. Also with a pop-up and a line drive to right field. And he's got some pop, as Brookdale has learned. Takes a big swing and misses. 2 home runs in this series now for the first baseman. One ball, 1 strike. And at the knees, Peralta grimacing in disagreement. Johnny Johnson was barking about the strike zone earlier in this game. And a bit of a heated exchange with Ray Arnold. Popped up. And this one is for the catcher, Andrews, to make the play. And that retires the side. So Baiardi works a scoreless 6. To the bottom of the 6th we go in a 13-5 Roadrunner lead. Seven, 8, and 9 due up for Brookdale. We start the bottom of the 6th. Brookdale comes to bat against a new pitcher for Rowan Gloucester. And the first pitch is swung and missed, a fastball, 0-1. Zach Stickwa takes over on the mound after Danny Kerr worked the first 5 innings and is in line for the win. Swing and a miss. He's attacking him with fastballs, and Martino down 0-2. Serrano and Colbert scheduled to follow. 13-5, Rowan Gloucester up ahead. High fly, not very deep, left center field. It's D'Alessandro, 1 out. So Martino got another one up in the air, but not quite the distance on that one. Now we've got Kensel Flores coming up. taking Serrano's spot in the order in the 8th position. 1-0. So the line on Kerr, he worked 5 innings, allowed 5 runs, 7 hits, walked just 1, struck out 4. And gives way now to Stikwa, who's 1-0. Is cut through and missed. 1-1. Serrano went 0 for 2 on his day. And Flores now down a ball and 2 strikes. Brookdale team that struck out more than their usual rate yesterday. 13 times in the Game 1 loss. Too high. And now it's full. Stikwa making his 11th appearance, and he's pitched to an ERA of 4.01. Comes with the 2-2. Lined right field and down, a base hit. So Flores comes off the bench to produce a 1-out single. And it brings in Nick Colbert. Another thing that's been consistent with this Brookdale team and the guys coming off the bench, whether it's late in games or whatever the situation, strike 1 to Colbert, they come in and they produced offense. Colbert 1 for 2 in this game. And he looks at a strike, good off speed. He struck out swinging last time up, singled and scored. Oh, 2 from Stikwa. Left center field toward the gap, cutting across and diving to make the catch. Max D'Alessandro ran a long way into a full-out dive, and he robs Nick Colbert 2 down. So here's Schmidt, 0 for 3 in the game. He's put the ball in play all 3 times on the ground. 1-0. He's grounded to second, to short, and to first. So a grounder to third would complete the ground-out cycle, if there is such a thing. Too high. (13-5) the score. Rowan Gloucester. As Brookdale bats in the bottom of the 6th. They'll have one last chance in the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 now. And then Brookdale will play game 2 with John Goods set to get the start on the bump. Ball 4, so he walked him on 4 straight. And that's how Schmidt reaches for the first time. Not what Stikwa wanted to do, because now you got to face Lavarco. 1 for 3 in the game, base hit his last time up. Region high leading, 15 home runs this season. 2 came as recently as yesterday. And he clubs one deep to left field, going back to D'Alessandro, and that ball is history. Right on cue, a 3-run blast. Nick Lavarco, his 16th of the year, and suddenly this is a 5-run game at 13-8. My goodness, what a shot. So the mistake by Stikwa walking Schmidt, allowing Lavarco to get a turn, and turn he went. Bresniak, strike one. Lavarco's been on all 3 times, 2 by way of a single. Last time he was hit on the arm. 5-run game now. Who knows what more this one could have in store. Fouled it off the foot. Well, these 2 heavy-hitting lineups, you figured a chance to see some fireworks. There were 6 home runs hit yesterday, and there have been 4 hit today, 2 aside. Lavarco now has a 3 home run series. 1 and 2 to Bresniak. Game approaching about 2 hours old in the late stages. Teams flexing their muscles. That one sails to the backstop. Full count. Base is clear and 2 out. And it's just off the plate, ball 4. That did not miss by much, but Bresniak is on for a 4th straight time now. The last 3 Jersey Blues have reached. And Ryan Cole will be the batter, 1 out of 3. Single back in the 4th and scored. He's also popped to the pitcher and grounded into a fielder's choice. 13-8 is the count. And the lead. Runner goes, throw to second. And waiting for the call, but it appears he's safe. Base umpire did not make an indication, Mike Dooley, but I don't think they got the tag down. So stolen base for Bresniak, which is a milestone number 30, and he has not been caught. He's worked his way into the top 5 in the region in steals as well. 1-1 to Cole. Battling that bit of a wrist ailment. You wonder how much it's affecting him. He was the starting pitcher today, and has 2 hits in this series and 9 at bats. 1-2 coming. Fouled it off. Again, the 1-2. Down low. Long at bat here for Cole. Shane Andrews would be next. Brookdale has scored 3 in the inning on 1 powerful swing. Now the 2-2. Dribbled it, foul. Might have gotten a piece of Cole as well as he's hunched over a bit. Trying to shake off the discomfort. Bresniak, the base runner at second. Stickwood to Cole. Long battle, and it'll be another 2-2. And it's hit towards center field, a base hit. Bresniak gets the go around third. He comes in to score. Cole has his second RBI single of the day. It's a 4-run bottom of the sixth, and it's now 13-9. So this last out for Stikwa has proven to be elusive, as 4 straight have reached. 2 walks, a home run, and a single, and 4 runs. And now time called while they conference with the right-hander. So here's Andrews. Cole is on at first. Brookdale now down by 4, but creeping steadily back. Ball 1. Andrews 1 for 3, singled his last time. This has been the Jersey Blues' best inning, with Andrews now the 8th man up. Facing the reliever, Stikwa. Brings the 1-0. And it's cracked to left center field. That ball's toward the gap, and one hopped up against the fence. On his way to third is Cole. He's being waved home. Relay throw to the plate will not get him. It's an RBI double for Shane Andrews, and Brookdale has now cracked double-digit runs. And what a wild game this is. 13-10. And now they bat it around. Devin Smith, 9th up in the inning. But first a meeting, and this might be the end of the line for Stikwa. They're going to make the change. So Brookdale trying to get even closer, now down by just 3. The tying run is represented in the on-deck circle. Stikwa out. Pitching change, bottom of the 6th. We're coming back. So Devin Smith trying to keep the momentum going. Brookdale has climbed to within 3 as he faces left-hander Patrick Tanny, whose first pitch is off the plate, 1-0. Smith, the 9th to bat in the inning. Last 5 Jersey Blues have reached 2 walks, a homer, a single, and a double. Andrews now standing off second, and Smith hits one high in the air to left, but D'Alessandro settles underneath it, and that retires the side. But Brookdale gets 5 runs back. They're now in double digits and within 3, 13-10. 7th and final inning coming up on Brookdale TV. Top of the 7th inning in this wild affair. Brian Gadsford here with you on Brookdale TV. Brookdale and Rowan Gloucester squaring off for the first of 2. The first one is lived up to the billing with ball 1, Caden Doolin to get it started. A 13-10 score. So he plays 7 innings in each of the doubleheader games. Aiden Bayardi still out there on the mound, and he deals high and away, 2-0. Doolin, the shortstop, has a couple of hits, a single and a double in his 4 trips, 2 for 4. There's a strike. 2-1. On deck is D'Alessandro and Ernesto Polanco behind him. The meat of the order for the Roadrunners. On a 2-1 pitch. It's rocketed to center field. On comes Smith. He'll have to play it on a hop, and he's able to keep it in front of him, and a leadoff single. So Doolin, 3 for 5 yesterday, 3 for 5 today, 6 hits and 10 at-bats. He's getting it done. And here's D'Alessandro. Hit his 14th home run of the year earlier. It was in the 4th. And he takes a strike called, and he didn't think so, checking on the location of that pitch. A ball and a strike. He's 1 for 3 on the game, as grounded out and was robbed of what would have been a hit by Bresniak at first base on a sparkling play back in the first inning. And he's struck out swinging and also walked. And it's off the plate, 2-1. Swing and a miss. And he does not get cheated up there. 14 home runs and now 60 RBIs. Came in with a .357 average. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the powerful righty hitter. Swings and misses for strike 3. So Biardi gets him. 1 on, 1 out. And Ernesto Polanco, sacrifice fly his last time up to center field. Rowan Gloucester hoping to hold on in this game 1. Led by as many as 10. First one fouled away, but the lead now just 3. I would think they would want to add insurance before heading for the bottom of the 7th, because Brookdale can put up runs in bunches, as they've proven. A ball and a strike. Polanco has scored 1 run back in the 2nd. And he held the swing and checked it. 2-1. There's a strike. Well, we had more sun earlier. Now it's mostly cloudy. Temperature in the upper 50s today and an early afternoon start. And a high drive to center. It'll stay in the yard. Devin Smith moving over in the gap. And he secures out number 2. So Andrew Lombardi came off the bench in the 5th inning. It was an inning that saw him take 2 at-bats as the Roadrunners batted around. And he was hit by a pitch and struck out swinging. And here he takes above the letters 1-0. 2-out base runner at first is Doolin. He started the inning with a single. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th, Brookdale will have the lower third of the order, starting with Martino. Foul ball, strike 1. Martino, pretty good candidate to have to start the inning. He's homered in this game. You cannot count Brookdale out by any means. As the score stands now, that one in the dirt. And the snap throw to first won't get him. It's been a game where the pitchers have had pretty good control. Not a lot of pitches in the dirt and getting away from the catchers. Biardi's 2-1 is away. The on-deck hitter is Edwin Hernandez. 13-10 game, top 7. Game 1 of the doubleheader. And the 3-1. Missed ball 4, just a shade high. And they've got 2 on the bases. So 2 on, 2 out. Biardi hoping to get out of the inning scoreless and turn it over to his lineup with a 3-run deficit, a called strike. And Hernandez has been on base 3 times, only 1 hit though. A fielder's choice and reached on an error. That's when he dropped down a bunt and DiMaggio couldn't make the play. Called a strike. Biardi jumps ahead. 1 strike away from getting out of 2-out danger. He's ready. And the pitch. Just got a piece. Again, the 0-2. Doolin at second, Lombardi at first. Two and two now. Wyatt Hoffman on deck. Biardi hoping it doesn't get that far. And Hernandez working a lengthy turn here. The pitch in the dirt. Well, he got ahead 0-2, and now it's full. It will be a payoff from the left-hander. And first he looks the runner back to second. Breeze picking up here. And it's off the corner, ball 4, and that loads the bases. So a couple of close calls, but Biardi losing the strike zone after getting ahead. Now the base is loaded and 2-out chance for Hoffman. Infield back with 2 out. First pitch. 1-0. Hoffman today has been on with a hit by pitch and a fielder's choice, and he's scored twice. 0 for 2 officially. A letter-high strike. Doolin's at third. Lombardi's at second. Hernandez at first with 2 down. 13-10 Roadrunners over Brookdale. And a fly foul back behind the plate. So again, Biardi 1 strike away from putting this inning to bed. And it has not been easy. Lower third of the order due up for Brookdale next. 1-2 pitch. Got a piece. Taken in the dirt. Nice job by Andrews to keep it in front. Roadrunners are making Biardi work. Last 2 batters in particular drawing walks after long turns at bat. Now 2-2 on Hoffman. The pitch. Check the swing, and it's off the plate. The appeal to the base umpire who confirms no swing. So another full count. There's nowhere to put him. A walk would bring in a run. 3-2 with 2 out, and the base is loaded. Rowan Gloucester separating Brookdale by 3 runs. The payoff pitch is high and away, ball 4, and a run will score. Doolin comes in, the bases remain loaded, and 3 consecutive walks issued by Biardi. It's Mostero the batter now. And Johnny Johnson's going to pay a visit. Well, stick with Bayardi. Base is still full. Roadrunners occupying first, second, and third. They've scratched out a run here with 2 out on the last bases loaded walk. And a big cut and a miss. Nothing in 1. Montero has struck out each of his last 2 times at bat. Looking in the 5th, swinging in the 6th. 1-1. Good pick by Andrews. He's made a couple of good stops in the inning. Bayardi has walked his last 3 hitters, behind 2-1 on Montero. The next delivery, and that is another walk, so that had been ball 3. Another run's going to score, and it's the 15th of the game for Rowan Gloucester. They lead by 5. Gavin Dignan in the dirt. So you've now got Hernandez at third, Hoffman at second, Montero at first. Dignan has reached base his last 3 trips. Here's a strike, a badly needed one. One ball, 1 strike. On the ground is second. Colbert has time to pick it up, and now he doesn't. And another run is in as Hernandez crosses the plate. A fielding miscue that should have been the final out of the inning. Instead, it's the 16th run on the board. 16-10. Peralta, the 9th man up in the inning. The bases are still loaded. Strike 1. 4 straight walks before the most recent error. Little excuse me swing. It touched it foul. Nothing in 2. Brookdale will have their work cut out for them. It would have had it even if it were a 3-run deficit, but that has doubled to 6. 0-2. On the ground, Colbert can't pick this one up. Another run scores. A second trying to score, and 2 runs are in. And now it's 18-10. Well, a hot smash off the bat at Peralta. But Colbert has had back-to-back chances and couldn't make either one. And it's added 3 more runs to the Roadrunner total. Strike. And you got Caden Doolin, who's 3 for 5. This has been a tough one for Brookdale today. They've battled back well offensively. 0-2. We're down 8-0. Down 13-3. Cut it to 13-10. But now it's gotten away in this 7th. Down by 8. Flicked it foul. And all of this damage coming with 2 out. 2-2 to Doolin. Stays alive. Dignan at second, Peralta at first. Now the 2-2. To right field, Matt's going to get down. A base hit, extra bases up against the fence. A run scores, Dignan is in, Peralta heads home. It's a 2-run double. They've got 20 on the board. And they're doubling up Brookdale. A 4-hit day for Doolin. And D'Alessandro now batting for the second time in the inning. His only hit has left the yard. Looks at a strike. Who knows what game 2 has in store a little bit later on after 30 combined runs in this game. Brookdale was in it. I suppose you still can't count them out, but just too many mistakes made in the game today. Strike 3 to end the inning. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Brookdale's got the lower third up. It's 20-10, Rowan. Bottom of the 7th, last licks for the Jersey Blues. It starts with Martino 1-0. Looks like Chris Clark has come out on deck to hit in the number 8 spot, and then Nick Colbert scheduled. 3 more outs to get for the Roadrunners. They lead by 10 runs. Pulled on the ground at third, played on the backhand by Polanco. Long throw on a hop, he got him. That's a fine play. 1 out. The backhand pickup and the throw diamond wide on a hop. And Martino's the first out. So now it's Clark. It's a game that Brookdale will rue all the defensive mistakes. As they climb their way back in, there's a strike. This was a 3-run game entering the inning. And 7 runs scored in the top of the 7th, all with 2 out. The damage could have been minimized. Breaking ball strike. Now Patrick Tanny trying to put on the finishing touches of what would be a Game 1 win for the visitors. Got him swinging, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 2 down. So it'll be left to Junior Nunez.
14 for 2.
A .370 batter this year with 8 runs batted in. Freshman. A strike. So Tanny just rolling right along. I mean, we have not had many quick innings today, but he's trying to get through this one in short order. And he's 1 strike away. 20-10, 30 combined runs in this game 1. I have to leave you for game 2 today, so we hope you enjoy the broadcast as this one is over. Strike 3 called. Nunez out on strikes, and that wraps it up. 20-10, the final score, as Rowan Gloucester comes on the road and hands Brookdale just their 3rd home loss. Put 20 on the board, took advantage of plenty of mistakes. Big day for Caden Doolin, had 4 hits. D'Alessandro and Peralta hit home runs. Brookdale fought their way back, but in the end just too much, as they fall in the opener in game 1, 20-10. So we thank you for joining us here on Brookdale TV this afternoon, with thanks to Sergei Kornienko. Brian Gadzard saying thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the stream of Game 2. I'll be back with you coming up as Brookdale winds down their season here on Brookdale TV. Brookdale falls for a 2nd straight game. Once again, the final 20-10 as we say so long to you today from Lincroft.